Yeah, definitely new, but exciting. I mean, it's been a long time since I learned a new offense. Long time since I sat in a meeting and had to do the put face up on the board and like whose teammate, what's this guy's name? Like that's a stressful situation. That's high stress situation. So yeah, it's good though. I mean, I'm excited about what we're doing, and it is fun. I love to learn, and so being in this place where we're all learning together, being able to step in and be a part of this whole offense, stepping in the same place as everyone else and be able to learn it together. It's a fun place to be.
Having had some time now to understand what this offense is going to ask of you to do, what do you think it does to accentuate your skill set and your fit in it, and how it all is going to kind of map out for you guys when you get back here in July?
Yeah, well, I think Clint's been in a lot of different places. Origins going all the way back to an offense that I'm very familiar with, and there's going to be the nuances here and there of things like that, but a lot of similar stuff, a lot of similar ideas in how you're attacking a defense, and I believe in this offense and what it takes to make it successful, and the detail that's involved with it. So there's a lot of things there that are real similar to stuff I've done in the past, and there's some new stuff that I'm excited to learn and excited to step into. So it's good, and there's definitely some stuff that accentuates the things that I've done in the past.
What do you like about the collective wide receiver group, whether it's personality, skill set, just the way that group is?
Yeah, I think one of the coolest things is just the willingness for all of the guys to say there's nothing in this offense that you want to be kept from. Like everyone wants to be able to do everything, and that's a big deal. You've got guys that are willing to play every position, learn every position, understand the intent of the play, and then being able to say, no matter where I'm at, I'm going to be willing to block DNs, I'm going to be willing to block linebackers, willing to run every level of route. It makes it fun. So now guys are moving us around. Clint's deep into his bag of all the different formations and shifts and things that we can do. So it makes it a lot of fun when you got guys that are willing to do everything, learn the offense as a whole, and go out there and make plays.
You're one of the few wide receivers that's known for on option routes breaking against leverage or breaking leverage in general. Where did that start? Where did you start to learn how to do that?
Yeah, well, I mean, just as a wee little lad running around grid kids football. I was very thankful for a lot of really good coaches I've been able to learn from. Starting with my grid kids coach Lamont Wright, and his first time playing running back and growing up there, and then Coach Dumas played receiver at Washington State. Actually, was a really good receiver at Washington State, and he was my receiver coach all the way through high school. And I mean, I've just had guys at every level. It's been like, man, I've just learned from some really good guys, been able to play in some really good receiver rooms, and every level been thankful for the guys that come before me that have taught me how to do things. And so it's been a accumulation of just a lot of coaching, a lot of teaching, and I'm very blessed, very thankful for so many people that have poured into me.
When it comes to the culture or the messaging in this building, what has stuck with you or stood out to you the most as a culture?
Yeah, I think it's that belief, the belief in that this is going to be done together. For any of this stuff to work, for all the goals and all the things that we want to set out to achieve, it's to understand that we're going to ultimately achieve it together. And it's going to be playing for each other. And it's something that, I think a lot of times rooms talk about it, but really trying to be about that here in terms of how the day's modeled, the guys that you're around, how what guys are doing when they leave the field, the extra time that's being spent in the meeting rooms, in the recovery rooms, and all the different stuff you're doing. So, man, what can I do to be better for the guy next to me? And this is a place that guys embody that, and they believe it. And I think that makes it a fun place to come into, a fun place to come work.
Might you talk a little bit about the time you've spent as offense, talking football, comparing offense, defense. How much do you like that side of the game, and just kind of going on stuff with the coach and figuring things out?
Yeah, it might be my favorite thing. My favorite thing is just the X's and O's, the learning, the chess match that football is, and the innovation of guys like Mike who are pushing the boundaries defensively that then challenge the offense. Like, you got to have answers. Like, no offensive coordinator wants to go out there and just say, hey, they got us. There's always, you got defenses that are trying to find ways to beat you, and those conversations, those things with Mike, with the guys, a lot of the guys on our coaching staff, it makes it a lot of fun to come into work. Like I said, I'm really enjoying being here and the challenge that it presents.
How much are you in his office?
How much am I in Mike's office? I don't have like a stop clock in there or anything. But I mean, quite a bit. I've picked up on some of his tendencies. You know, he sits there with a baseball bat most of the time, like twirling the baseball bat around. He like sits crisscross applesauce on his chair. His feet are on the ground a lot of times, and so he's got some interesting habits. Yeah, so enough to learn some of that stuff.
In some of the like more competitive periods out there where you guys are trying to simulate game-like situations, have you gotten a feel for like the kind of competitor that Sam Darnold is?
Yeah, I mean, he's in the he's kind of been in this offense a little bit, so he's got a little bit of a leg up on a lot of the guys that are learning it for the first time. But you see, just like there's an understanding of he knows what it takes to make this offense go. It's the details. It's all that stuff, guys. The precision, execution, and we're gonna get there. We're whatever it is, 6 practices in at this point, 7 practices in, and we're gonna get there. And there's because of the urgency of guys like Sam, who see when it's not right and can say, hey, this is how it has to be to make this thing go against this look, and how we're going to be able to attack this defense. This is where I need guys to be, and I mean, I love that. I love when a quarterback's taking that urgency into things and understanding and mastery of these concepts, and so it's really fun to play with someone like that, and excited for the guys to be able to come alongside him and learn and make those things come to life.
Does he get like fired up in good or bad moments, or is he?
Yeah, he does, and I think it's good. It's always in a good way. It's challenging guys. It's challenging guys. It's never demeaning, but it's a good thing to have that urgency that comes out in practice.
Habits that Coach McDonald has. You're early in the relationship building process with Sam, but are there any things about Sam that have surprised you getting to know him during this process?
Surprised me. Quarterbacks are usually pretty good golfers. I heard he's in a little bit of a slump right now on the golf course. Did he? That's nice of him to come up here, and it's confident. You like the confidence. I don't know. I mean, he kind of has a childish taste, like palate. We went out to dinner and he's talking. I mean, I don't know. I don't trust him yet with the food recommendations or things like that. Which again, quarterbacks I would have expected a little bit differently, but everyone has their own thing.
All right, well, it sounds like there's a story there.
With the palate thing.
Yeah.
I mean, he said he wanted to go to dinner. I was like, perfect. That's what sounds good. And I mean, it just the recommendations, that kind of the way it came off was like he wanted to go get some, fries and chicken strips. And I was like, look, I have a 6-year-old. I can bring you his food. We can go. I'll go. I can bring that, and I'll go eat something good. So yeah, that was. But it ended up being fine. Like he ventured out and was like, okay. He was at least willing to try some stuff, and it seems like maybe I may have misread him. We'll see. Time will tell.
You talked about watching Doug Baldwin when you were growing up, and he was named one of the 50 best players in Seahawks history. What made him a special receiver?
I mean, I guess if you want to put a word on it, I think competitiveness probably is one that would get placed on him. A willingness to go out there and just make plays, make it happen. I mean, he's just an incredibly talented football player. I think, the quickness, his ability to set guys up. I've talked about his come to balance release being one of the best that I've seen. And but he competed. I mean, he played throughout the game, throughout the snap. You knew that he was going to bring it. And I mean, he was in here talking to the guys, a week or two ago, and it's like, man, he's still got that same juice, that same eagerness. You need to see, like, hey, he's someone that you want to be around. Because of the energy he brings and the way he calls everyone up to a certain standard of just living life. So I love that about Doug Baldwin.
How you talk to the receivers?
What's that?
Did he talk to the receivers or the entire team?
Yeah, he was talking to who he talked to. He talked to a few. When I saw him, he was talking to a group of a few different guys with offense, defense, a good little mix of guys.
How you feeling physically? Looks like you're down there.
Feel good. Feel good. I'm feeling good. Yeah, they talk a lot of talk, but they back it up. I mean, I love it. I mean, not just like talking trash, but they honestly like the communication. Usually when I've been in playing against them, you can't hear anything, anyways. You know what I mean? But now like going out there, like hearing the communication, hearing the way that they're as the offense is moving, formations and shifts, how they're getting in and out of their calls, and their mastery of what they're trying to do. It's really impressive, and that's what you need. I mean, you need guys that are doing that and making sure that they're on their stuff. Defense playing is one, and it's cool to see that and hear that from the defense side.
What do you see in Jake Bobo, who's seeming to spend a lot of time working out with you?
Yeah, Jake's the man. I mean, incredibly gifted route runner. Ball skills and things like that. He's a lot of tangible skills as traits as a receiver. You say this is something and you want that guy out in the field. Really smart, willing to go in there and block. I mean, he does a lot of the dirty work, willing to go do all that stuff. And he's just a really good football player. So excited to get out there and play with him.